Hello everyone, and welcome back to Software Inc. My name is Steven Marqueteros, and I hope that you guys have enjoyed episode 1, because I know I did, especially when I was in editing, and noticed that I made a very, very severe mistake in the way that I had recorded the episode. See, normally I record these episodes using two different kinds of software. I use OBS for the video aspect, which many people these days are doing to record their YouTube videos in a very clean, concise, and efficient manner. And I use Audacity to record the audio for these episodes, which I hope you guys have been enjoying. I use my Yeti and Audacity, and normally I don't have too many errors with that. However, last episode, I had my microphone enabled on OBS, so I recorded the audio and video onto one and the same system. And this is terrible because I can't control the different volumes between my voice and the actual game. So you may have noticed during last episode, about halfway through the last video, I just ended up completely cutting out the game audio and just switching over to the Audacity one, because the sound of this thing, yeah, you hear that? This incredibly loud air conditioning unit? Yeah, was overtaking the rest of the audio in the game. So I hope that wasn't too bad for you guys. This time, I've made everything better. We're back to the normal way I'm doing things. I actually meant to record this episode in 60 frames per second, but you just have to wait till Software Inc. Episode 3 to get that beautiful 60 FPS, because I just want to see how I'm going to be able to do that. Probably the next or the last Planet Coaster episode, depending on how you view these videos being released or distributed, uploaded, edited, and all that, will be in 60 frames per second as well. So that'll be something really fun and exciting. I hope it'll actually increase the quality of these videos, because if you know one thing about DodgeThemAll, it's that we're quality. Alright, let's get into the actual game here. So Steven Marqueteros is sitting here at work, working on his beautiful first, I was going to say game, but it's actually a 2D editor called DTA Edit Pro. The beautiful, beautiful software that is going to allow people to develop things in 2 dimensions. What other software would ever be able to do that? Let's look at our competition right now and see if we're still trying to defeat Fist Inc. for the title of #1, and yes we are, with their valuation of nearly $500 million. Which is kind of crazy in itself. I'm thinking that we're going to need to accept a contract here, because we're starting to run a little bit low on the funds, and I'm just going to need something that I can do where they're not expecting a pretty bad quality. See, they want mediocre, and I don't like that. But here, let's take this embedded system. This shouldn't be too hard for us to do. We'll put a super high priority up on it, which is something I didn't talk about last episode, but you can assign different priorities to things. So say I really wanted to do this, and I just wanted to do it in a spare time. Well, you can do that in a spare time, and you can do this right up front. And that'll be a way that we can keep this company afloat, while also being able to develop some larger projects in that sense. Some of the things I wanted to talk about for this episode is that I was watching a lot of other YouTubers recently, because as part of the DodgeThemAll training manual, I'm supposed to watch other YouTubers' YouTube stuff, and I'm supposed to figure out how they actually talk and stuff like that. So I don't know who I was actually watching. It was some YouTuber. Look, we got a nice loading grind out of that. It was some YouTuber playing Planet Coaster, and they were doing it with an incredibly slow, monotone voice. And I was like, wow, that is completely different from the way that I record my YouTube videos. Everything I do is super fast-paced, jumpy, from here to there, voice intonation, crazy, and out the window. And I swear this guy was just like, alright, so today we are going to be building an awesome roller coaster. And it was just like that for 40 minutes, and the dude is like 1 million subscribers! Sometimes the universe doesn't make sense to me, but I don't think it was designed to make sense to me. So tell me down below in the comment section if talking slowly, talking more monotone, taking things a little bit more paced like that is something that you want to see, or if you like to keep up in the nice fast-paced world of things, you can also just keep moving on that. Alright, so we have Steve diligently working away. He comes to work every day at, I think, 8 a.m. Actually, we could switch over to slavery if we wanted to. We could do that. It'd be great. Manage teams. There we go. Look, 8 to 5. That's slavery right there. Because 8 to 4 is terrible enough. I mean, I've worked at, what is it, 7 to 5? No, it's like an 8 to 5 job. I work an 8 to 5 job, actually. It's not that bad. I enjoy it, actually. It's take home nice amount of pay. I mean, you feel very successful in your endeavors of working. YouTube is a little bit better, honestly. I mean, this is something I do on my own time whenever I want. Just, you know, make my videos on my own time. I mean, right now it's like 9 o'clock on a Tuesday, so I consider that to be pretty darn good. Alright, enough about that. Let's actually see DTA Edit Pro and how it's doing. So one of the things you can do in this game is you can actually review things, and you can have a team or you can outsource reviews to see how your project is coming along in the alpha stage. So let's assign Steve here to work on getting a review done of DTA Edit Pro. And of course, I think there's 2 categories on this, which is why it says that we're only half done with one review, because they're like half of it's programming, half's art. Alright, so let's see. He says that the 2D art is amazing, the 2D code is kinda meh. So let's see actually what can we do about that. So I need to actually look at Steve himself. We're going to need to see his employee details. And he's actually pretty darn good in 2D code, not gonna lie. I mean, he's a little bit better in 2D art, but, you know, he shouldn't have too much of a problem with 2D code. And we really need this game to be good, because this is where we're gonna get a core of our money. We're gonna build the rest of our media empire, our development empire, based off of this original DTA Edit Pro. And if this goes down the drain, essentially, our entire company goes down the drain. I mean, we're 2 episodes into this, guys. Like, everything is riding on this right now. If this doesn't go well for us, I don't even know what we're going to do in the future. I mean, we might as well just give up and end the series right there. 2 episodes. DodgeThemAll, shortest series ever. Well, I guess Real Life Sinking Simulator is actually around a couple episodes, so it couldn't be that bad. That'd be a lot of fun. This game it's a lot of fun to play. I haven't been playing it a whole lot myself recently. One of the games I have been playing a little bit is From the Depths, actually. I've been going back into From the Depths. I guess it was all that work I was doing on Sinking Simulator, developing those new boats, and if you guys didn't know, let me see, every time I try to talk about another YouTube video, I have to, like, think to myself, has that video already been released? Because by the time this goes out, it's going to be like next week for me, and some part of me is just difficult to understand that time change. Working on the Empress of Ireland and Empress of Britain. Yeah, that video already been released by now. It really just made me want to play From the Depths and go back to making ships explode and battle each other to the death. Just like they're supposed to, like they were originally designed to. Because, you know, all the people who ended up developing boats to get across to places and like the Polynesian islands were interested in attaching giant guns onto them to blow each other to little bits. Well, at least, you know, in my imagination, that's how that works. But my imagination has been wrong before, just like the 9 compartments on the Titanic that were punctured, or, you know, the way the Britannic was, you know, abducted by aliens, that kind of stuff. We actually need to call cleaning here, right out of the blue, because this place is getting dirty. Jeez. Look at that. It's looking dirtier than my room after I had to do those chem lab books. Oh, geez, those are for vlogs. Those are for vlogs. Who even watches those? Do I even watch them? Well, of course I do. I mean, I'm there, so I kind of have to. All right, we're looking pretty good. 26 grand. We still got quite a lot saved up in our insurance pool, and we can always. And actually, I'm probably going to do this. I'm going to take another contract here. Maybe take an embedded system. They want good quality here, but I feel like we could probably put out good quality. I mean, good quality is what Steve's all about. I mean, if he lives for the good quality, that's what he does in his spare time. Is he makes things good quality. There we go. Look at him working it away diligently with all those 1s and 0s. Just chilling. He's got 1,500 lines of code left. How many? Sorry, it's actually due this month, so I might need to pick up the production on this a little bit. All right, let's give it a couple extra 100 lines of code and then move it into beta so we can fix up some of them bugs, so they don't reject it and say that our application was absolutely awful. Because I know that these applications are gonna be fantastic and they're gonna be good. All right, fix 25s. Okay, let's release that. Look at that, 13 grand with outstanding quality. We could pretty much just do them contracts for the rest of our life and build up a giant amount of insurance and just make money off of that consistently. Because it actually costs less to keep this place up for a month than it would if we had a full insurance thing maxed out. So we can just sit here making $9,000 per month, live in this little place, and just not do anything else. But one thing that's actually made me question the philosophy of this game is that, you know, you have to do work that's actually meaningful. Because if you're not, I don't know how to explain this. If you're not doing work that isn't meaningful, you won't feel productive in your life. And I guess that's what a little bit of the feeling behind if you sit around and do nothing for all day. You tend to feel kind of awful. But if you actually like get up and you do stuff, you know, you do a bunch of studying, a bunch of exercise, you actually feel like good at the end of the day. So it's kind of that thing like that I realized when I finally went back onto vacation that it didn't feel natural. I felt so out of place, and I didn't feel like I was actually, you know, like, relaxing, because I was sitting here doing nothing, and I was like, you know, I'm just so used to spending, like, 11 hours a day just going at my education, just learning stuff, and, you know, just sitting around just doing nothing. Just didn't really feel up to that. So I guess that's why I actually started making YouTube videos. I was like, I gotta do something. Let's make YouTube videos. Let's do it. Let's sit down and make some vids. Yeah, I guess that's probably the description of my entire life right there. I like this discussion we're having while we're just sitting here watching me develop stuff in this red room. So you're watching me watch myself develop things in a game. Yeah, I mean, just think about that for a second. That's pretty lit. All right, so the 2D is starting to come together. The 2D art, sorry, I almost said 2D programming there. The 2D art looks fantastic. Got a score of 9.8 out of 10. The code, however, not so much. 7.3 out of 10 isn't fantastic. We really need this to be just awesome, just amazing. It has to be like the best thing ever designed on the face of the planet. And I won't accept any less than that, because that's how we run this game. Basically, what this game is it's just we sit here for 45 minutes waiting for me to develop one thing while I essentially give a podcast. See, I told Justin that I would do a podcast at some point, and I tricked him into thinking this series was actually going to be about playing a game, but it's actually about making a podcast. I love that. I should make my own intro for this and everything, and I should bring, like, guests onto the show while we develop games and stuff. You'd probably be bored to death, I'm sorry. It'd be fun for me, but for you, maybe not so much. I feel like we should take one of these game assets though, even though some of these penalties are a little bit crazy out the window here. Let's do this. Let's accept this, and let's see what actually happens. If we do it, that'd be great, but if we don't, we'll only hurt our reputation a little bit. Let's see if Steve's actually gonna do a good job at developing this. He's got 3 months to do it, so I'm gonna, like, prioritize the heck out of this. There we go. Look, outstanding quality on that. $44,000 for that. That was the easiest 44 grand I've ever made. Well, we've pretty much set up this company for whatever we need to do next. I mean, that was a crazy amount of money. And it actually raised our reputation quite a bit, too. So if we take another contract, it's going to be pretty darn high quality. Look at that. They wanted at least good. Up to great. Oh, crap. Wow. Jeez. That's a pretty high quality they want from me there. Now that we have actually money, let's outsource this. Let's outsource this. We don't want to pay for too many reviews, because, like, oftentimes, like, you can really pay for a ton of stuff. So the 2D code isn't actually looking that great. I'm getting worried that I need to send Steve out and get educated on this a little bit more. Just give him, like, a 1-month refresher on this. So let's take him, Steve Marqueteros here, and let's educate him a little bit in programming for 2D. And, yeah, just 1 month. Let's start his education. So, I don't know if it's this month or next month. We'll see, depending on when he shows up. And I have no idea, actually. I need to check now, because I'm not sure how much time passed there. I wasn't looking at the months. Wow, we really need to call cleaning, like, bad. Alright, here we go. Employee deets. And 2D. Okay, yep, so we did take that refresher, it appears. He's actually up in art, too, which is kind of surprising. So I hope he learned something. He's going to make our program a heck of a lot better. I almost said a ton of a lot. Heck of a lot better. One of the things I've actually thought about doing, now that I've just been sitting at Steve working for a couple of months on end, is that we should probably add some sort of, like, a driveway, like an entryway to this, because while it is nice to have him arrive by bus every day, I think it actually might be faster if we are able to add a sort of a parking lot. Well, it doesn't look like we actually fit a parking lot onto here. Maybe if we buy a little bit more land. Ooh, that could be pricey there. That could be pricey. And I need to actually cancel that. So there we go. All right, what if we buy it on this edge? So let's buy out a little bit, and let's see if we can get some vertical parking. Oh, darn it, it's, like, very specific. Oh, we can't build a road in front of the bus stop. Oh, darn. Okay, so, yeah, we need to buy, like, all of this land out here. That cost us a lot of money. Let's do it. Let's do it, actually. I've never really invested in the parking spaces that much, so why don't we? There we go. We got some parking spaces here. We just blew a crap ton of money on doing that, which is probably one of the worst decisions I've ever made. But at least Steve will be able to drive here on his own. Looks like I'm going to take another contract, though, because, yeah, that was a little bit of a blunder on my part. I'm not sure why he walks around the building, though. I don't know if you see that. Like, he walks around this way. It's kind of weird. I'm not sure why he's doing that. A little bit on the crazy side, I guess, you know? Some people. I'm thinking since the quality only needs to be good, I'm just going to wait till about 500 kilobytes, and then I'm just going to release it then. If we even get to that amount by the end of the day. I'm hoping we do. No, probably not. Nope. Alright, so let's promote. Let's actually slow time down. Let's beta it. And let's release it. There we go. $34,000 with outstanding quality. That's pretty good. How do they actually judge that, by the way? It seems rather relative. So if we do that by game assets. Outstanding bug penalties. So there was actually bugs. I'm not sure how you have bugs in art, but alright. I guess it's just like little errors in the way that things are made or something like that. I don't know. I'm not an art expert. I have no idea. As far as the actual releasing of DT Edit Pro is, I think I'm going to leave that till the next episode. This was pretty fun, just sitting here and developing stuff. I know it isn't moving along particularly fast, but honestly, this is a game about waiting. So, I mean, what were you really expecting when you saw the word Software Inc? It's a fun game, and I'm sure next episode we're going to increase in size. We're going to add on to our little base here. We're going to hire a bunch of new people to start working on our next project after DT Edit Pro is released, hoping that it actually does well. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you want to see more, make sure you click that red subscribe button down below. Y'all know where it is because you've been on YouTube for a long time. I know. I'm not seeing past your screen right there. I'm not looking into your soul beyond that screen that you're looking at right now. Okay? I know you guys know what's on YouTube, so you can't joke me on there. I know you know where the subscribe button is. Click it if you want. Otherwise, give us a thumb and tell us how we're doing down below. My name is Steven Marqueteros, and I will see you guys next time.